All right. Yeah, am I very audible?
Yes, very clear.
Yes. Thank you very much, everybody, for promptly attending the event today. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are live with us on the global briefing on UNIDO Global Core 2022. So this virtual meeting is put together by UNIDO ITPO China, Shanghai. So just as it's in the flyer, UNIDO is United Nations Industrial Development Organization, and the Shanghai ITPO is the Investment and Technology Promotion Office of UNIDO. So this core is one that seeks to identify green technologies and solutions towards net zero. So what is even net zero? Just to whet your appetite, because I know many of our speakers are still going to talk about it today. So it's a term that refers to achieving a balance between the carbon emitted into the atmosphere and the carbon removed from it. So line up to speak to us today are Ms. Wang Hui, Ms. Zhao Jin, Dr. Yu Jie, Dr. Odi. I'm going to be introducing them as I invite them to speak. But first, let's hear the opening remark. Let's hear the opening remark from someone who represents the UNIDO ITPO Shanghai. Dr. Odi.
Yes,
Dr.
please.
Odi. Yes, are we good to go on the opening remarks, sir?
Yes, absolutely. Yes,
okay.
Yes, please. Thanks.
All right. So we are ready for the opening remark.
Yes, Ms. Jin, you here?
I think she should be here.
Okay. Yes, I had seen her enter.
I'll call her as soon as possible. So a wait moment.
Thank you. Tell her.
All right, Ms. Jin is the Investment and Technology Promotion Officer at UNIDO ITPO Shanghai. So she's going to come up shortly and she's going to talk to us. She's going to do the opening remark and the welcome address.
Yeah, she just confirmed she's trying to talk, but can't be heard yet. She's requests wait a bit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Jing has told me she is in the conference meeting room. She's already in.
Yes, she's trying to talk, but it's
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes,
okay.
we can hear you.
I can hear your
perfectly,
voice.
yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Something was wrong with my audio system, probably.
All right, you are good to go, Ms. Jane.
Okay, let me first open my camera. Is it working? I cannot see myself.
We can't see you yet.
No, we can't see you yet. Yeah.
Okay, I will just join the meeting again. Okay, give me 1 minute. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, while we wait for Ms. Jean to join again, I would do a brief introduction of the Shanghai ITPO. I know definitely some of the speakers will still have to mention it, but let me just say some few things. So it's the Shanghai ITPO office was established in 2001 under the agreement of the Shanghai Municipal People's Government and UNIDO. So it aims to promote investment and technology opportunities in developing and transitional economies. So, Ms. Jean, are you in now? All right, Ms. Jean, please let us know when you're ready.
Hello, I'm back.
Yes, yes.
But looks like my camera is not working. I don't know what happened.
Maybe you have to just present like that without it.
I think it's my mobile.
Okay. Then I will just go ahead. So good morning and good afternoon to everyone, and hello to Mr. Dr. Yu Jie and Dr. Odi and Yusuf and everybody. Firstly, we warmly welcome you to participate in this Global Core 2022 briefing event, and much appreciated to Mr. Yu and Mr. Odi's effort to organize this briefing session. So the purpose of this briefing session is to mainly tell everybody what is Global Core, the background of the Global Core 2022, and the benefit of participating in the event, and also how to register and participate in this initiative. So me and my colleague, she is not here yet. We will briefly introduce the Global Core 2022 later with a presentation. And I believe Mr. Odi and Yu has also many nice things about green technology to share about. So I'm very looking forward to today's briefing. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. So if that's it, thank you very much, Ms. Jean. Then we'll have to bring in Ms. Wang, if she's here. Ms. Wang is the Investment and Technology Promotion Officer at the UNIDO ITPO Shanghai. So she belongs to World Industrial and Innovation Technology Corporations, and she works as at the Secretariat. And then she would be talking to us this afternoon about the briefing on UNIDO Global Core 2020. Ms. Wang, are you there?
As I just mentioned, she's still busy. So firstly, I will just introduce from my side.
Okay.
Yep.
So I did get it quite clearly because the internet messed it up a little. I didn't get it quite clearly. What did you just say? Can you please repeat that?
I said she is not available at the moment, and because she is still in another meeting. So after the opening remarks, I will be doing the briefing first. Okay. So I will share the PowerPoint first.
That's good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Please.
But would you please enable my sharing? Thank you.
Yes. 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 All right, can you do that?
So everybody can see my screen, right?
Not yet. Yes, we can see the screen now.
Right now we can see the screen. Share screen.
Right now.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, perfect. So UNIDO Global Core 2022 is a global initiative started by the United Nations Industrial Development Organization. And this year, the theme is to find technology and solutions toward net zero. So firstly, I will briefly introduce UNIDO as an organization and our mandate and our office ITPO Shanghai. So as you can see from this PowerPoint, on the left side, the ISID, which represents inclusive and sustainable industrial development goal, is the core value of the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, which is UNIDO. So with the ISID core value, we develop our work accordingly, which includes impact investment, like capacity building, and also the matchmaking between Chinese companies and foreign companies to use technology as a tool to bring in more foreign investment inward and outward. And UNIDO was established in 1966, so which means it's already been existing for over 50 years. And we recently have a new Director General, Mr. Gerd Müller. He is now the DG of UNIDO, and he used to be working for the Germany Foreign Cooperation Ministry under Merkel's government. And our office spread all around the world. Also, we have representative office in many African countries. And in China, our representative office is in Beijing, which is mainly focusing on the country-to-country bilateral or multilateral communication. As for our office, as you know, investment, technology, and cooperation office, ITPO, our mandate is to work under the mission of UNIDO and to promote the investment and technology. And right now there are 9 ITPO offices all around the world. As you can see, we have in Korea, in China, we have 2 offices. That's the very unique part because also considering China's unique economic development situation, we set 2 offices separately in Beijing and Shanghai. We work together toward the same goal. And also we have office in Bonn, in Germany, in Russia, Italy, and in Nigeria also, and also in Bahrain. So next, I will introduce the background of the UNIDO Global Call. The Global Call was brought under the background of global economic crisis, especially after the COVID-19 hit. And the world economy has facing multiple international challenges like supply chain disruption, also the climate challenge and climate disaster risk, etc. So UN is always following the 2030 SDG, like Sustainable Development Goals. Under this 17 Sustainable Development Goals, UNIDO, as its focused international agency on industrial development, we mainly focus on SDG 9, which is manufacturing and infrastructure development. So we also need to use our global network and cooperation platform to promote global technological innovation and international cooperation. So in this background, in the post-pandemic economic and green recovery and sustainable industrial growth, UNIDO headquarters brought this initiative called UNIDO Global Call, which is to identify and collect the most advanced and UNIDO Global Call 2020 was held in Italy. By then, the theme was to promote global economic resilience after the COVID hit. And in 2021, the global call was held in Germany. By that time, topic was to mainly talk about land management and sustainable development and green technology. And in the past 2 years, through the Global Call initiative, we have collected 1,394 innovative solutions and technology projects from all around the world, from 110 countries on 5 continents. So you can see on the right side, this is the Global Call award ceremony last year in Germany, in Bonn. So my colleague ITPO from ITPO Germany, they organized this event. Similarly, this year in Shanghai, probably in the year end or the start of the next year, we will also organize such global call events like the award ceremony, and we will invite the winners and the identified good technologies and the solutions to participate in our global call award ceremony. So next, I will introduce our Global Call 2022 category, like what are we looking for? So the theme of this year is green technology solutions toward net zero. It's obvious we want to find technology and solutions which is doing green to the world, to make the world better and green, especially under the current energy crisis in Europe and many places. Is actually a very debatable issue. So it's the key time that UNIDO as an international organization to identify more practical and scalable technology to serve the purpose. So the 4 category, first is the M&H, which is medical and health. Second, green growth. Third, ADP, advanced digital production, and AF, agriculture and food. I'm sure Mr. Yu Jie, he's especially the expert in agriculture and food. And our applicants is open to micro, medium, large-scaled enterprise groups or startups. So we really welcome all the private sectors to join this great initiative. So this is the brief introduction, like an illustration of what does each category represent. And first we start with M&H, medical and health. So in this category, we aim to find solutions, innovative solutions to set up feasible and efficient way to reach sustained management of medical and bio waste. Because especially after the COVID-19, the medical waste like masks and also the testers, etc., can cause a really great issue for the earth. And also in other areas of medical and health, we need to look for more sustainable ways for this industry. And the second is green growth, which is the efficient and clean utilization of fossil green and clean energy for energy storage and carbon neutrality application by digital technology. So actually green growth is a very, very broad category. And this is also by far the most applied category in this year's global call. Because for green growth, we need green energy, we need green solutions, and we also need green assets to build a green world. So if your company are not sure which category you really belong to, I encourage you to choose this green growth technology category. And the third one is ADP. So ADP, it's advanced digital process. So we focused more on the digital solutions and how to use digital technology to optimize the green asset with digital technology. For example, the Internet of Things and the energy on-site and online moderation system, something like that, belongs to this category. Also, the digital infrastructure towards green technology belongs to ADP. So the fourth is the agriculture and food. So this category, we mainly focus on how to promote the efficiency during the process and how to reduce the green gas emission during the process of agriculture and food process. So this slide is showing our evaluation criteria of our global call. Because after our technology collection, the next step is to shortlist some companies and some advanced and good technologies and solutions for the jury members' review. So we will strictly follow our evaluation criteria based on this slide. The first is the innovative content, competitive advantage, and technology neutrality of the proposal. So we encourage the technologies and solutions that are already in practice, which means you have already some real thing that we can witness your technology. This is contributing to the evaluation. And the second is the contribution to international climate change mitigation and adaptation efforts and environmental sustainability. So in your application, you might want to
Can we hear, or is it my internet?
I can't hear anything. Or is it my internet?
Maybe it's her internet. I will let me.
Yeah, I can't hear her. Can other people hear her?
No.
Okay. So possibly it's from her end. Let me alert her.
Sorry for the break in transmission, ladies and gentlemen. We will soon, we'll continue shortly with the presentation. Our speaker will come back on track. It's the internet that's causing the stoppage. So while we await our speaker, so based on what she has talked about so far, so please, if you have any question, you can draft them down. You can use this time to draft down those questions so that when she's done with our presentation, you can ask the question directly. She made mention of the fact that if one wants to be part of this UNIDO Shanghai ITPO, that she's going to guide you in a way which your company or your organization has to be a member, so that you will get all the benefits that is derivable from UNIDO directly. I mean, through the ITPO office, through the ITPO. So let's wait a bit when she gets our internet restored. Miss Jean, are you ready? she's making an effort to communicate, but I think our internet is still not so good. Yes, we can hear you now. Is that Miss Jane?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, perfect. So where should I start again? From here, this slide or next one?
If you're done with this slide, you could just continue to the next one.
Okay, so I will move to the criteria. So I was here. The
Yes,
proven.
yes.
So because this global core, we aim to identify the technology and the solutions which can be scalable and can be applicable also in other regions of the world. So that's the third criteria we're looking for, especially if it's promoting the development of developing or emerging economies, it's very welcome. And the fourth is the economic and the social long-term sustainability, which is also in line with the Sustainable Development Goals. And the fifth one is the expected occupational return. It's actually is the social benefit of your solutions or technologies you can introduce in your application. So the timeline. As I just mentioned, our award ceremony will be held either in the end of this year or the beginning of the next year in a hybrid format. So the winners of the Global Core 2022 will be prioritized as the partners with UNIDO to conduct continuous and concrete benefits. And we will invite multiple medias from domestic and international to our Global Award ceremony, which includes the mainstream media in China, and also we will utilize our UNIDO's official social media promotion and UNIDO website to make this to enlarge the impact of the event. And also we will leverage our UNIDO's global advocacy resources with the opportunity to present our identified technologies and cases to showcase to the international audience. So you might want to wonder what's the benefit of participating this UNIDO Global Core 2022 for your company. So by participating in this Global Core 2022, you can obtain the matchmaking support from UNIDO ITP Network and Global Technology Docking Platform, which we call WITS Technology Platform, to energize the winners of the Capital International Market and Technology Corporation. And also we have some follow-up activities after the Global Core, global ceremony. Like we will keep following up the activities and technologies who participated in the Global Core 2022 and provide as much as possible opportunities for them, such as the global investment docking, global implementation, investment promotion, technology transfer, international cooperation, etc. Also, we will prepare the press release and other news articles for the promotion of the winning participations and the delivery of suggested rewards. So next, I will just briefly present how to register in our Global Core. I believe many of our audience have already tried or in the process of applying this Global Core 2022. So basically, you just need to click from here, the unido.org Global Core 2022. And when you are in the website, you will see a brief introduction of the initiative Global Core 2022. And if you go to the middle of the page of the event page, you will see a register now icon and also the application link right here below. And you can click either of them to join. And the next page you will witness is like, it's like a form which includes some basic information of your company, of the company representative, etc. And also some questions related to the categories you're applying for, and also some questions related to the green technology evaluation. So it's not too complicated to fill in all the questions. For the business plan and project description, if you have anything in either PDF or PowerPoint, you can feel free to upload your file here, right here. And also, we strongly recommend everybody to submit the application in English. I believe it's not a problem for our audience today. And secondly, for each candidate, we can actually submit more than one solutions. Like the maximum you can apply two applicants. And for each individual submission, they should clearly state the focused area by selecting the most applicable category. Like what I just introduced, we have 4 categories in the application form. And also the description of the applicants should not be written in a promotional tone, but in neutral and factual language. And also, we suggest you to submit with a clear timeline of activities up to finalization of the proposal and effectively available and achieve within time frame. So in the end, we warmly welcome you to submit your ideas and contribute to a more sustainable world by participating in Global Call 2022. Thank you. So Yusuf.
Thank you very much, Ms. Jean. We are very delighted to have you speak to us concerning what UNIDO Shanghai ITPO is. And we have gotten the information that you have passed across. So thank you very much.
My pleasure.
I want to use this opportunity to call on the participants. If they have any question, if anyone has any question, this is the time to ask concerning what Ms. Jean has just presented. So anybody in the house who has any question, please fire on. Go ahead and ask directly. So if you have a question concerning concerning UNIDO or the Shanghai ITPO.
Sorry, Yusuf, since Dr. Yu is in the house, maybe we could finish up the presentations and then the documented questions could all be taken at the same time to ensure that the various components are communicated, if you don't know.
All right.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
I think everybody, if they are still thinking like what questions they want to ask, they can also put in the chat box. We can always check from there as well.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes, thank you very much. So now I would like to bring in Dr. Yu. Akuna Chiamaka is raising up her hand, but just like Dr. Odi said, we would like to have all the presentation done first, then all the questions and additions will be added afterwards. So Chiamaka, I will get back to you after all the presentations are done. Thank you very much. All right, so I want to bring in Dr. Yu. His full name is Dr. Yu Jie. So he's a PhD. He's the founder of Ants Plan, and it belongs to his company belongs to the UNIDO Global Core, part of the UNIDO Global Core 2020 Industrial Corporation partner, and he's vice president. Is the vice president Shanghai Youth Federation. And is also a member of Shanghai Entrepreneurs Association. So Dr. Yu Jie, If you are online, please, you can start directly. Thank you very much.
Okay, I use my mobile phone, and I will short speak for hello everyone. Ant Plans is a ultra platform for service for the young people interested in agriculture and food. We are honored to be a partner with the UNIDO to fund the potential agriculture and the food participant in this area. We work together to looking for the potential young people can join the global call. So Ant Plan now focus to operate the five rural town in Shanghai and nearby Zhejiang. Our industry focus on the agriculture and food to invite young people, not only Chinese young people, for global young people interested in agriculture and food can join us. We can work together. We provide the service. So for the Africa and China, we focus on industry in agriculture, have a lot of potential. So we look with UNIDO, we're looking for the partner. If you have good idea in agriculture and food, welcome join the UNIDO Global Call. We work together to service you to have an opportunity to present your idea in the UNIDO Global Call program. So welcome everyone. Welcome young people from everywhere. Okay, thank you. Okay.
All right. Is that all you want to tell us? You want to share with us today, Dr.
Yes,
Ijie?
yes. Short, briefly introduce. I use my mobile phone in my car.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay. Any question you want to know, just let me know. Okay.
All right.
People can directly contact the Zhao Jing and Wang Hui. We work together, but we partner with the agriculture and food. We Ant Plan now to focus on this.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Yu. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right. So you have heard it all about Ant Plan. So if you have any question concerning the part of UNIDO that deals with agriculture, so you can take it up with Dr. Yu, is the one that's the expert in agriculture. So you can get in touch with him directly, and you can also reach out to Miss Jane or Miss Wan. All right. So I know you probably have some questions to ask Dr. Yu. Probably, if you do, you could write them down now. Let's move on to the next speaker, who's going to be our last speaker for this evening, Dr. Odi. So he's the president of the Organization of African Academic Doctors, OAD, situated in Nairobi, Kenya. All right, so he's a lecturer of environmental management at the University of Nigeria. So he's also a member of Shanghai government's Yangpu District, international expert think tank on lifelong learning. So Dr. Odi, you can fire on. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Yusuf, for the opportunity, and want to also thank the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, ITPO Shanghai office here, for the great job they've been doing, and alongside other partners that are facilitating the progress of the UNIDO Global Call 2022. And it is a huge pleasure that we have been able to participate in making this thing happen and driving the progress alongside the collaboration and the partnership that the ANTS plan has set up or has been able to attract with the UNIDO ITPO office here in Shanghai. It's a good thing that also we, working alongside the other organizations like the Next Level Education Foundation International, the Organization of African Academic Doctors, OAAD, and the People Made Solutions Group, it's a good thing to see that these things can be pushed forward to for us to together look for the solutions that must turn things around for humanity. And I'm going to use some very simple illustrations to mention the point on the topic that I'm supposed to speak on, which is the concept of net zero in company culture development, and how your local startup, micro, small or large company can package your products, goods or services for global impact through the UNIDO Global Call 2022. Now, speaking on this topic, it's usually when people are able to understand fully what's going on, just like Ms. Jean mentioned, it doesn't end after the global call. There's going to be continuous engagement. And why that is necessary is because the problem we are solving, they are not new problems. They are problems that have lingered and have defied many solutions, have defied many efforts by many people to make the change. So reaching out and talking about the global call, it's like there is trouble. And we know that sustainable development is a multi-stakeholder engagement, it's a multi-stakeholder enterprise, which everybody that's alive must contribute in handling the situations around it. And it's important that we bring these things to bear and to explain what net zero indeed is, and the concept and how it may relate to the call that is on now, and how we all can participate to make things happen in this regard. So when you have a deep understanding of it, you may feel a personal responsibility to do something about it within your own network. Because one thing we know is that a huge percentage of the participants here today are very influential people around Africa and some other developing countries. You have a huge number of people who respect you a lot because of the huge achievements you've made in various fields where you do research, where you do your entrepreneurship activities, or the companies you're running. And we want to be able to leverage on this huge influence that you command to bring to bear the solutions that the world needs, because indeed we all are involved. It's like being in a ship and encountering a huge storm. This world we are in is like a spaceship that's moving on, and we are facing a huge storm in terms of living or living sustainable life in our current generation, and being able to transmit an Earth or a planet that is still viable to sustain life for other entities that will be coming after us. Of course, it is said that for the past period when Earth has existed, more than 90% of living species have gone extinct, and many more are going extinct by the day. Biologists and researchers are working with different efforts to see what they can do to stem this tide. And it has been said again also that many of the negative impacts we're experiencing are anthropogenic in nature. They are driven by human beings. So net zero is a consensus that has been reached by scientists from all around the world, and through publications, through dialogues, through scientific dialogues, through policy engagements, they've reached this agreement that for us, for humans to survive and have a sustainable engagement,
Is it my internet? All right. Well, I'm sorry one more time that the internet is messing up quite a bit this afternoon. So Dr. Odi just sent me a message now that he can hear me very clearly. I don't know why we can't hear you. Dr. Odi, I know you can hear me. Please try to re-log in again if you can do that. Try to log in again. I mean, log out and log in again. Let's see how it will. Okay, yes, he's doing that already. So definitely you would have a lot of questions, but you know, concerning what Dr. UGS said, because he's the expert when it comes to agriculture, you know, the practice of modern day agriculture and how to bring technology, different kind of technology into agriculture. He has a lot of success stories. I followed what his company has done lately, and they are helping a lot of people to get out of poverty in China, even some other parts of the world. So if you're interested in agriculture, or probably if you're interested in practicing agriculture, I mean, with the modern technologies, so you can contact Dr. Yujie, and that is on a personal note. And if you have an organization, probably you belong to an organization, or probably your company deals with agriculture, so you can join up through the UNIDO Global Core. So the essence is to bring people of like minds together who are willing to solve problems that are facing us day in, day out. Chiamaka, I will get back to you. Definitely. Dr. Odi, are you there? Can you hear me now? Dr. Odi, can you hear me? Okay, while we'll still wait for Dr. Odi. So just like he was saying, the problem that the world is facing right now, it's not only about those big companies, those big countries, you know, those rich people, I mean, those very wealthy nations, very wealthy economies. It's everybody's problem. It's everybody's problem. So if we're talking about cuts down in carbon emission, it concerns everybody, because where the problem arises, it doesn't look at who is rich or who is poor. So if we are going to face this problem, it should be a head-on approach whereby everybody does his best to make sure that we keep the world the way it should be. And if we are going to do that, cause like this, I mean, intent of cause like this goes a very long way. So first of all, we are going to be informed of what is going on. And secondly, we are going to be carried along about things to do to participate in our individual ways, to participate from the perspective of our organizations, of our institutions. So I think this is why calls like this are very important. And the fact that UNIDO is championing it makes it more important. So, Dr. Odi, are you there? Can you hear me? Let me send him a message. Sorry, he just called me. Let me try to pick it. All right.
You can hear me.
We can hear you. I can hear you, but it's sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very sorry we are facing this kind of internet problem. It's one of those things that, you know, one has to be faced with when dealing with events like this line. So once again, I'm very sorry. So, but Dr. Odi will share the screen now. He said he can hear me clearly, and he can't just get his voice across to us. I don't know why it's like that. All right, let me just talk to him on phone.
Yes.
So Dr. Odi will send us the slides, then I will share from here.
Yes. You have the slide now, bro.
It's still not so good. How about now?
Can you hear? Can you hear now? Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I've sent you the slides. Echoing.
It's still echoing. Oh, okay, yes. It's like your internet is back.
Okay, so can you hear me clearly now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for for that. It was unplanned for. It's it's one of those. We are very sorry. I'm very sorry. So Dr. Odi, please continue.
Okay, please. Sorry about this again, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, so just as I was, can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see your screen clearly.
Great. Yes, so just as I was saying, this is a problem that we all need to get to a point of deep understanding, individual deep understanding, that will help us to pursue this net zero, because this net zero indeed is connected to all our lives. And just to make it really practical, you remember for those who did biology in in high school, you remember the things that living things do. Everything that, especially living things like the animals, the ones in the animal kingdom, many of them, their various activities are involved in releasing these greenhouse gases. And that's where you think about when you talk about the food that we eat, the way the food is produced, all these are connected to enhancing or increasing the gases in the atmosphere. And of course, we all understand the basic concept about the global warming and the climate change and how all that is happening. That gas envelope is causing continuous increase in temperature, which is endangering all our lives. And we have experienced recently many of these climate change, adverse climate effects and events around the world, extreme events. You may have seen what has happened in Pakistan recently, and also around the world. These things keep unfolding because they are realities and they are hitting all of us. So everything, as long as these things are living, like this dog is wearing some clothing, the process of producing it has released a lot of gases. Of course, this simple Maslow law, the Maslow law of needs, the theory of needs. And for every company that is currently doing some form of production or providing services, you see that they have the carbon footprint. But we want to, this call, the global call we are looking at is that even beyond this period of the assessment for the global call, there should be a company culture that gets to be developed that ensures that every single thing you're doing in connection with the processes of your company, the manufacturing process, the distribution process, the sales process, the management process, reduction of the use of paper and other green activities or green lifestyle, all those must be intentionally incorporated into our daily life activities. And that will be useful if we intentionally take this as our personal problems. Because indeed, these are real and they are hitting all of us hard. So the way we do business, the way we drive things, the way we make things happen in different places must need a change. So as you're going through the process of application, there are many things, especially across Africa, there are many traditional and cultural practices we perform that are really well seated when it comes to the focus of this global call, especially in the space of agriculture and food, and also in a few other segments. But many of those things we do, what is left now is for us to intentionally package them for global impact. Following the various expectations, as you heard, the various expectations that in terms of the assessment, you heard from Ms. Jean, it's of great importance that you look at those stage by stage and then have the global thinking and understand that those little things you're doing in your business activities or in the agricultural practices happening around, even those things happening in your village, they could actually be packaged for this global impact. If you are able to show scalability, that this thing is not going to happen just in my locality, but if it is implemented anywhere else, it has capacity to yield these benefits. So the goal is, what are you doing where you are? That thing you're doing where you are, if somebody else around the world does it, can they implement it? Can it generate the benefits that it's generating for you? And of course, for each of them, it's important that they should have economic viability. There should be a team that will make sure that, because many people have asked in the process of spreading this message, many people have asked or have mentioned that their ideas are still at the development stage. And of course, indeed, it was mentioned, be sure that you can show timeline. You can show that this is a potential implementation plan which you have started and you are driving along with it. You will stand a good chance. So, and we also know that it's possible that you may possibly reach out to other people within other localities, within your place, within your network. Reach out to them, encourage them to take this opportunity, because if they are able to get this access, this is what's going to help to expand what they are doing from being a local activity to becoming a global activity that drives change, real change, that is capable of helping us all survive very effectively in our systems. So we hope to keep receiving those as people are bringing it in from different parts of the world. And as they mentioned, feel free to bring questions that can be responded to in this regard. And always remember that every day you are alive, you are involved in the process that is releasing some greenhouse gas into the atmosphere. And you should also take personal responsibility to see how you can reduce that in your own personal life and in your company, and also looking at the industrialization process, which is going to progress more effectively in Africa over the years. We'll understand that we can learn and set up strategies, set up system in place that will ensure that we don't make the mistakes that some other places have made already. For example, if you think about the energy sector, it's going to be more expensive for economies where the energy sector is already fully established. It will be more difficult for them to drive some kind of change in the energy sector, because it will imply setting up new energy structures, pulling out the ones that are already existing, the challenges of recycling or managing the existing ones. But in many parts of Africa, a huge percentage do not have these huge energy infrastructure installed already. So this is a huge opportunity, and this is the area where Africa can have competitive advantage. And also not just Africa, but several developing countries can have competitive advantage in this space, because you are starting afresh. And you are starting in a place that is, is booming, where things are happening, and we can make things happen. And of course, the other side of competitive advantage is the fact that we have a huge percentage of young people across the continent, and we can take advantage of this to make things happen. In that, when you think about the area of artificial intelligence, it's all about what happens up there. It's all about the creativity of the individual. When you have removed the challenge of funding, indeed, artificial intelligence and AI-driven economy in different aspects do not necessarily depend only on the funding or the money that's required, which seems to be a challenge in many occasions. But if you, where you are in your room with your computer, you're able to make out something huge, then money is going to look for you. And this is what we are looking forward to, seeing that we can take up the areas where we have competitive advantages, because there are spaces where it is not possible to catch up, because those who are currently in that space and dominating it have the infrastructure on ground, such that when you want to make any relevant or huge progress in that space, they simply move the goalpost a little to one corner, and all you've done, all the energies you've put in place will be reduced to nothing, because you need to restart and reset your parameters to be able to adapt to the new space. So this is a huge opportunity to stimulate our thinking in our innovative capacities to make things happen for the world around us. Because indeed, if Sustainable Development Goals, which have just 8 years to the expiry date, we have just 8 years to deadline, which we've set for ourselves according to the Agenda 2030. Indeed, if this is not achieved in developing countries, if it's not achieved in Africa, if it is not achieved in your village, then SDGs have failed. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time and attention. Over to you, please, moderator.
Thank you, Dr. Odi. In fact, it's been very wonderful listening to you. Always, it always is. So thank you very much for today. I like so many parts of your presentation, most especially the one that talks about moving the goalposts. When you're going into something very new, and then you have very bright ideas, and then people that have already established themselves in that field, they just change the status quo, and you have to start all over again. So it's time to say bye-bye to that. If you can take up this challenge, take up this opportunity that UNIDO Shanghai ITPO is presenting to you today. So it's time to go global. It is time to go global. And another one is that it is time for us to have a full participation. It is time for us to call the shots as individuals. It is time for us to contribute to how we want the world to be in the years to come. So everything that Dr. Odi said, starting from individual carbon emission, what we can do individually to control it, to reduce it, even in our companies, in our organizations, in our village, and get into how we can participate in what UNIDO has to offer in terms of technology that we need to drive whatever it is that we are planning to do for the betterment of humanity. I know many of us would have had a lot of questions to ask all the speakers that have addressed us today. So it is time for our Q&A. But before we do the Q&A, I want to use this opportunity to say a very special thank you to all of our speakers, starting from Ms. Jean, Dr. Uje, and Dr. Odi. So thank you very much. So now it is time for Q&A. Are you ready? Are you ready? So please keep your questions coming in. If you can't use the mic, you can just type it directly and send to us through the chat. I will read your questions, and then the speakers would answer the questions by themselves. So thank you very much. You can raise up your hands if you have a question to ask. Use the reaction button. All right, Chiamaka, at long last, we are getting to you. Thank you very much for your patience, Chiamaka. So please go ahead and speak. Thank you.
Greetings to everyone all over the world. I want to really appreciate our presenter. I want to appreciate Mr. Odi Elijah. I want to appreciate the first speaker. I'm very sure we were actually dazed with what OAAD asked for us. And we are very grateful for this opportunity so far. All right, my question goes thus. Regarding the 4 key points that OAD has to help out in terms of medical, agricultural, digital technology and all that, I believe you understand what I'm saying. I want to enter into the aspect of agriculture. Paraventure One does not really have a company, and then was applied for, or the application was, we applied for it. Do we have a chance to see whether the UN or anyone actually could give a listening ear to what was submitted? And secondly, because if we don't have something like a this thing, this kind of mentality we have, once it's not something really organized, really noticeable or obvious in the world or the society, wherever you are, there could be a less attention to it. So that was why I just came up with this question. Paraventure One does not really have a company, but really applied for this thing in terms of agriculture. And I'm very thankful for you to really tell us or open up this opportunity, the fact that we could actually meet Mr. Yu direct in terms of agriculture, because I think I have a lot of ideas and to share some little and asking of questions to be put through and Paraventure, and hopefully that it could be approved. So that's where I'm going to. Sorry if I would take your time. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Chiamaka. Very grateful for your question. And a point of correction here, it is UNIDO, not OAAD this time around. So OAD is just partnering with the Shanghai ITPO to get us this information, to set this virtual meeting up for today. But the UNIDO are the ones that we are relating with directly by every of our actions here through the Shanghai ITPO. Thank you very much. So I think your question should go to Ms. Jean. So Ms. Jean, did you hear the question? Ms. Jean, are you there? Yes, yes.
Jane, we cannot hear your voice right now.
Ms. Jean, are you there?
But can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, yes.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, now you can hear me. Okay, great.
Yes.
So just now, Miss Akuna, right?
Yes,
Your-
Akuna.
Yes.
Your question goes to the agriculture and food category, is it?
Yes,
Um,
please. Yes.
Okay, many thanks for your question, and for the agriculture and food participants. Right now, we are already in the collection process, and we didn't do the detailed calculation of how many participants we have right now. But for all the good technologies and solutions, you will all have the opportunity to enjoy the benefits I just presented in my introduction.
Yes, I think the emphasis of her question is if if her company is not registered yet, does she stand a chance while applying?
Yeah, if it's not registered, is it based in China or Africa?
Africa, to be precise, and Nigeria.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So it's not registered yet in Nigeria.
Yes.
Yes, it's not really registered for now.
Okay. I think you can try to apply, but you should think like in which name you could use to apply or to submit your solutions.
Okay, noted. I think I've actually applied because based on all the informations and the benefits and also the solutions that will be given, I see a chance of me applying, because it's not just about the monetary aspect, but the solution it has come to give. So I have applied, and that's why I came up with this question, just to be clarified. That's all.
Yeah, thank you for the question. I think you don't need to worry too much about it, although of course, we encourage all the private sectors, but if it's not registered, we will also think about how do we have a better evaluation of the companies that are not registered but have good technologies, because actually our eyes are on the good solutions. So you don't need to worry too much about it.
Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure.
All right. So we have another person that has raised up, that has used the reaction button to raise up hands. So it's Tuneri. I don't know if I got the pronunciation very correctly. So you can unmute yourself and ask your question directly.
Yes, I've unmuted myself, and I want to find out, for those of us in the renewable energy sector, I'm in the renewable energy sector and we are based in Nigeria. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the package for us? Because actually when I came on board, I was hearing about the agricultural sector. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Miss Jean, did you hear him? Please, Miss Jean.
Sorry, I didn't really catch it. Sorry.
Mr.
Okay.
Tuneri, can you please say that again?
Yes, what is the need for us, those of us in the renewable energy sector? What package, what information or program is in for us as UNEDO is concerned in terms of sustainable goals? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, yes, I want to just find out because I came on board when we were discussing about the impact of the environment, agricultural sector. So I just want to find out what is the package for those of us in the renewable sector? How do we partner with UNEDO? Our organization is based in Nigeria, that's in Africa and in Nigeria.
All right, thank you very much for the question. Ms. Jane,
Yes.
can you please attend to that?
Hi, thank you for your question. And Yusuf, can you please repeat it? Because I didn't hear it. Maybe it's the internet, I don't know.
Yes, it said that those people who are not in agriculture sector.
Yep.
For example, him is in the renewable energy sector. Is there any vision for such people to participate in what UNEDO has to offer through Shanghai ITPO?
Yeah, if it's not in agriculture and food, in other categories, we also welcome the solutions and technologies and companies to apply for it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you don't have to limit yourself to agriculture and food. But today we focus on the agriculture and food sector because as Mr. Dr. Yu Jie has introduced, he is our cooperation partner for the UNIDO Global 2022 in this field. So, and he's such an expert. So today we maybe we talk more about agriculture and food, but for the companies with other solutions within the 4 categories, you can all participate.
Thank you very much. I think you have, by saying that, you have answered another question from the chat by Tolu Lokwe.
Okay.
It says that in the course of the presentation, I noticed an emphasis on agriculture and food. And I am not in that line. At the moment, I have a fashion business in Nigeria, making wares and accessories for male and female, those that have a place in the application in UNIDO Global Core. Okay, he wants to ask, does that what it does, making wares and accessories for male and female, is that part of what UNIDO consider as what participants can be involved in?
Okay, thank you, Tulip, for your question. So actually, interestingly, like maybe last week, our office participated in the international conference of triangular cooperation in textile in the sustainable industry development from, I believe, is Ethiopia. So in that conference, we actually talked about how to build a sustainable industry development in textile industry. So no doubt your fashion business in Nigeria is what we want to see in applicants, because the textile industry is also a very important manufacturing sector. As long as during your fashion business, you have some sustainable technologies and solutions, you can always apply for this Global Core 2022. Maybe you can go for green growth category, I think.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Is there any other question? Oh, okay, there's one from Chiamaka. It says she wants to get Dr. Yu Jie and Ms. Jean's contact. So I don't know if what Dr. Odi would say concerning that.
Dr. Yu, I don't know, is Dr. Yu still in the house?
Dr. Yu Jie, are you there? Any other question? We still have 5 minutes to round up. Okay, yes. Second question from Tolulokwe. Currently, I have a growing interest in the eco-innovation waste management, and that's my area of research in my current study. And this has greatly opened my eyes to the problem of waste management. I've also noticed a gap. All right, so I think with all Ms. Jean has told us so far, you stand a chance of being recognized if you have an idea that has to do with waste management. So thank you very much. So from Hamza Suleiman, he says that, can a tech company providing AI-driven solution to logistics and transport company apply? Ms. Jane.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your question. A tech company providing AI-driven solutions to logistic and transport company. Oh, of course. Actually, I recently spoke to a Chinese company who are doing the similar concept. So if the AI-driven solutions is reducing the carbon footprint during the logistic and transport, of course, it's one of our categories. Yeah.
Okay. All right, any other question? Any other question? All right, we still have 3 minutes to go. If there's no other question, I have one. Mine is kind of general. During the presentation of Ms. Jean, she talked about practical solution and scalable tech innovations that UNIDO has to offer the world when it comes to the 2030 SDG. And we all know about the energy crisis that is going on, most especially in Europe and different parts of the world. And winter is coming. It's a big deal now, the world winter in many countries of the world. So what is UNIDO doing, or what can UNIDO do to mitigate the crisis that may come afterwards? Because a lot of countries are resorting back to coal now. And we all know that it doesn't speak any good for our world or for the earth generally. So thank you very much, Ms. Jane, or probably Dr. Odi. So that's my question.
Yeah, Ms. Jean is in charge.
Ms. Jean, yes, Ms. Jean. Ms. Jean, are you there? And probably if you can hear me, there's another question from Tolulokwe. And another one from Ejima says, please, what category is engine, automobile, oil producing factory fall into? The factory is located in Nigeria, thanks. And then another one from Tolulokwe. I don't have a company or business geared towards waste management. Can we just present an idea in the UNIDO application? Also, it's an opportunity for volunteerism. Is there an opportunity for volunteerism with UNIDO or related affiliation? No problem about the typo. Ms. Jean, are you there? Is there an opportunity for volunteerism with UNIDO?
It's trying to talk, but it's like the internet has got a little problem again, but she's making an effort to talk.
Okay.
And please, who had requested her contact? Is it Chiamaka or?
It's Chiamaka, yes. Chiamaka. Okay. She actually requested for Dr. Uje's contact and Ms. Jean as well.
Okay, I will, Chamaka, it's like you sent me an email before. Did you
Yeah,
send?
I think I applied for the application that was sent, so I applied. I think that's what you should see, probably, sir.
Okay. So I'll confirm with Dr. Yu, and I will supply you both contacts.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Miss Jean, are you there? Miss Jean? I think the internet's just got the. Oh, another person is raising up his hand. Ken. All right, let's hear from you, Ken.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Yusuf.
Good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yes, very clearly.
I'm sorry, I'm not in a very convenient place, so I'll just pick off the camera.
No problem about that.
Thank you, Mr. Yusuf. Please, I was very interested about the agricultural project. I don't know if startups also have been accepted here, because I have agricultural projects which I've written, good agricultural projects, and I wanted to speak with experts. I don't know if they can share us the name is difficult, Mr.
Mr. Uje.
Mr. Yeah, his contact.
Dr.
So,
Uje, sorry.
Dr. Uje, yeah, so that we can send him an email. I don't know if it's possible to show what we have and can be advised on, and maybe on.
Let me respond to that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Yes. So as for the contact, yes, it can be done. And but first, I think what they'll be asking is not to send to them directly, is to, once you've packaged it, following the the assessment requirements.
Yes.
There are requirements set out on that call. If you've gone through it and you've packaged your solutions, ensuring that it has capacity to contribute to the drive towards net zero, or in any of the categories. It could be that the agriculture and food, but in whichever of the categories, the focus is it potentially, is it currently contributing to to the step towards mitigation and adaptation to climate change. And once you know what those concepts are, it's just about writing up words to garnish the idea you have already, or the business you're running, which is flowing. Just garnish around it with those, pointing, making direct lines between what you're doing and the application strategies. There are, of course, you mentioned things like the need to show social economic benefits or socioeconomic viability. Is there a team of people running it? Does it have the capacity of being scaled up? Has something happened already which you can show that, that's evidence of ongoing value being created, or potential value, able to be created within that space? Once you put all those things in place and it's clear, as long as it's clear, the assessment is going to be done following the laid down principles. And if yours comes out tops as part of the top ones, then you'll be invited specifically for the inauguration, for the award ceremony, which will happen, as she mentioned, towards the end of the year or the beginning of next year. So I don't know, did you get this clear? So because I'm saying this because I've talked with them about this previously. It's not necessarily about sending it to them to assess an independent assessment that is not part of the pool. The only submission platform, the submission system, is through that link that is circulating, which we'll spread it everywhere again and again. Through that link, you may have been able to hear about this meeting. But if there is any specific question in the process of your preparation that you're not sure how to put that, there is also an email address on the link that can help you get that. And if you want to link up with them directly as well, as I said, we'll link up and I can provide that to you once they confirm. But because I have not spoken with Dr. Yu to confirm his, being able to pass that across to you. But I can assure you that if you submit maybe a file to them to assess independent of the system, that's not going to be done.
Okay, so thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah.
All right, it's like Miss Jane is back, right?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, finally.
Yeah, yes. Please go ahead if you have something to add to what Dr. Odi
Okay,
just
so
said.
I will first respond to Yusuf's great question about the energy problem.
Thank
So
you.
honestly, I can't speak on behalf of UNIDO. It's too large. I can only
Yes.
speak on behalf of my own opinion. So no doubt the energy crisis is facing the world, especially in Europe, and winter is coming, is going to cause a big problem. So I think for an international organization, the most we could do is to promote the global technology transfer, technology upgrade, and most importantly, global cooperation. And how do we leverage global resources to help the countries in need to tackle this imminent issue? So of course, personally, I think for example, the SDG or green technology and green energy is now kind of facing a dilemma in many countries because they need the energy, they need the heat, but that would require some non-green resources. But on the flip side, they're promoting the green technology all the time. So how would they balance it? And how the international organization can be a moderator or be a promotion of cooperation in the process? I think that's what we can think about. So due to time limit, I will just briefly address your question.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Before I let you go, please, somebody asked a question, Ejima. He said that, please, what category is engine, automobile, oil producing factory fall into? He said the factory is located in Nigeria.
Depends if your automobile technology is more focused on digital technology, or is it more like energy saving and green resource utilization? If it's the first case for the digital technology, I would encourage you to apply for the ADP category. If it's the second scenario, it goes to green growth, it's better. Yeah.
All right. Another one is there an opportunity for volunteerism with UNIDO or Shanghai ITPO? The question is from Tolu Lokwe. Oh, okay. So is there an opportunity for volunteerism with
volunteerism? Of course, I think in the not just UNIDO, actually the UN system, there are many volunteer programs. So you can actually frequently check their website or openings for their voluntary vacancies. I know there are some projects maybe in Beijing, they have some voluntary programs, but right now our office is not having any voluntary program yet, like Shanghai office. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Tolulokwe, I hope you got that. So I'm not seeing any other question here apart from the ones that are asking for Dr. Yuje and Miss Jean's contact. So I think with that, we have come to the end of the meeting. But before we go, I would like to call on Dr. Odi to present us with the final notice, final charge.
我没有开，我都开不了。这个不是 OD， 这个是 Yusuf，他的好兄弟。OD 我看他有没有开这里？不是这里，他的摄像头在哪儿？他可能也没开。
We can still hear you, Miss Jane.
静，那个你好像还开着麦，对。
All right,
Yeah.
Dr. Odi. So
Okay,
closing
yeah.
remark from you. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yes, thank you very much. But I would just like to ask Ms. Jean whether Ms. Wang is now in the house and possibly has something to say before we close. Ms. Jean, please. Is she here now and wants to say something?
Miss Wang. Yeah, she's just out of the other meeting.
Okay. Okay.
So Odi wants to say hi to you, I guess.
Okay. Yes. So
But my
if she
camera is not working. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So if she has
Hello.
something to say, yeah. Hello, Ms. Wang. We're happy that you're on board. If you will have something else to add to what has been said, please, you're welcome to do that at this moment, if you don't mind.
Oh, thank you so much for your invitation. It's my pleasure to attend this Zoom meeting. Since we have some conversation with you and Mr. Yu last month, we're still waiting for more process about this global core project collection. I really hope after this Zoom meeting, the potential applicants could got their answers about all those questions. And the good news for you is that since there are so many potential applicants, is really need enough time to prepare all their relevant documents. So the deadline of the Global Call 2022 will extend to October 15. So I think it's a good news for all the applicants.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you very much, Ms. Wang, for the for this beautiful news, and it's so good to hear your voice again. And we
nice to hear you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, and ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very wonderful time being together in this meeting, and questions have been answered, confusions have been clarified, and we have come together as a family that cares about the earth and that cares about the solutions that can be driven by humans, can be driven by us. We know we can make the change, and that's why the Global Call has been put in place, and it's progressing and progressing well. And now with the good news that we have more days, the onus now lies on us, every individual, to see how they can work hard towards engaging other people within their communities and within their networks. And always feel free to reach out to us for any questions. I'm excited that many of the questions that were asked, the responses provided by Ms. Jean are things that we'll have been able to say if the questions were asked. So if we were to provide the answers. So I think we have gone through a test, and we can say that we passed the exam, and we are looking forward to being able to support you more effectively as the years unfold, as the days unfold, as the years unfold indeed, because we're looking forward to these not just ending after the Global Call. It's something that's going to continue all the way. As long as you live, you can keep contributing towards solving global challenges, because global challenges never end as long as human beings are here. They're going to keep unfolding, and we just need to keep innovatively turning things around towards bringing life and light to all those around us and making life easier, enhancing the quality of life of people. Of course, which we've said is the mission and the vision of the Organization of African Academic Doctors. And thank you very much once again, ladies and gentlemen, for participating today. For those who have requested the contacts, I have put my email address in the chat box, and I have got the email address from Ms. Jean. She has given permission to provide that to you, and you can contact her. Also, we will be putting a group together for those who may not be aware, so that we can remain in touch and we can keep the conversation going. and be able to support one another, share experiences, share technology, share other resources that may be coming up so that the knowledge can keep progressing. So thank you very much once again, and we'll be calling it to a close at this point, except there is anybody that want to say something. I don't know, maybe Ms. Jean would be the best person to say the final words, or Ms. Wang, because this is their event. We are only supporting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Odi and Yusuf, to organize, and also Mr. Dr. Yu Jie. He's maybe not here. Anyway, thank you again for organizing the great briefing session. And I'm sorry, I just tested my camera. Turns out my front camera is not working, but my back camera is working. I will fix that later. I don't know, but also many thanks to all the participants and companies who are interested in our global call. We really look forward to see more green and net zero solutions to help the world to be a better place, and especially from technologies from African countries and developing countries is very key to the sustainable development of our world. So I would really say thank you again, everybody. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Before we go, can we take a group photo? Can we take a group photo? Please put on your camera if you can. Let's take a group photo.
那我们在后面去，你转嘛，没事，你就点后向上，然后我们把它转过来。
那这样转过来。
Yes, let's take a group photo. I'm going to take it. Please put on your camera. Put on your camera. Thank you, Kay. I know I can always rely on you. Thank you, Kay.
Yeah. Hey, Fagai. Brother Fagai. Oh, this is interesting. Happy to see your face. Oh, great, 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 great. Yeah.
Engineer Lekon. Thank you. Thank you.
It's great. Yeah. Opening camera is good. I can see faces I know and I'm excited.
Dr. Shitu, are you there?
Amar.
Hola, are you there?
Kina, if you're able to open your camera.
Yes, yes. We want to take the first part now. We want to take the first part now.
Agwamba, this is interesting. Good to see your face. Right.
Are you okay? We have taken the first part.
Okay.
The second part, please put your camera. Everybody, please keep putting on your camera.
And putting on your smile.
And please smile for the camera.
Yeah. It's great.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody.
Hey, the camera, Jean's camera came on.
Yeah, just now, right? Okay, please, let's do that again. Let's do that again.
Okay, so
let's do that again.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Yes, I got that. Thank you. All right, I think with that's a wrap. It's a very successful call. Thank you very much for everyone who has participated. And in case you still have some unanswered questions, so you can reach out to the president of OAAD through the email that has been provided. President at africanacademicdoctors.org. So you can reach out to him and ask him any question you would like to ask. So thank you very much. So I think with that, we have come to the end of the call. Thank you.
Thank you once again. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you once more. Thank you, Mr. Yusuf. Thank you, Dr. Elijah. We are grateful. Thank you, Miss Jean, and everyone who participated. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.